It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Rovio, a Finnish gaming company, faced severe financial struggles and they were right on the brink of bankruptcy. Why? Because they had 51 failed games, and this was a problem. The key issue they had was really creating a game that could stand out in their market and allow them to talk to their target audience and give them what they need. Does that sound familiar? Crowded market, trying to get your message out so people will know who they are. Here's where the breakthrough came, right? They conceived this idea called Angry Birds. Now, you may have seen Angry Birds, by the way. It's this big old bird, by the way, that has to go out there and chase. That's kind of crazy, by the way, but they had to chase these pigs who had stolen their eggs. Now, forget about the game, forget about the birds, forget about the pigs. Just think for a moment. They had a really low budget, didn't have a whole lot of money to get started with, but they got started anyway. Here's the big takeaway that I have for CEOs that are watching right now. For every CEO out there, I have two takeaways. Number one takeaway was persistence, and number two was adaptability. Now, this is very important, by the way, because not only did they not quit, but they were able to adapt. Does that sound familiar? Where you have to change the strategy. You have to look at the sales approach. You have to change your sales positioning in order to put the product in the mind of the folks who have the biggest problem. So what are the two things that you can do to be super successful? One, continue to adapt and change. And number two, be persistent. You do those two things and you'll have something like Angry Birds. You'll build your revenue. You'll see your sales growth and you'll impact more lives. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Again, my name is Shay Brown. I'm super excited to hear. For those folks that are just tuning in, by the way, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, that didn't do it. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do me a favor as you're tuning in and you're here right now, drop a note below. Just let me know you're here. Just like look right below the video and just put I'm in the building right away. If you want to send me a personal DM over Instagram at I am Shay Brown, just say I'm here. That's just a check-in. Just write the word CEO, and that means you're in the building. Here's one of our personal mantras. This is what our creed. This is the creed for the CEO Sales Huddle. It's going to be a very simple creed, but it's so true. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. I'm going to say that again, and I want you to repeat that after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. So what do we need to do as CEOs every single day? What are three things that we should do every single day as CEOs? Well, there's a couple of things that we should do as CEOs. Number one, learn, earn, and return. So every day a CEO needs to look at their business and say, I need to learn, I need to earn, and I need to return. Let me break it down to three categories. Look right to the right-hand side. Repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So we're always about learn, earn, and what? Return. So we're really here to do three things. There's three main objectives that we have when we show up every single day. Three objectives. And number one is sales progress. Where are we? What's working? What isn't working? How did we perform yesterday? And in a day like today, we'll look back because today is a very special day. We'll look back at the month, address any roadblocks, and then really do a deep dive into the 5 pillars. And the 5 pillars, in my opinion, are super duper important because the 5 pillars represent what every CEO needs to understand, even if they're not really running the sales department, okay? Number one is sales planning. Number two is sales cycles. That's how the revenue comes in. Number three is sales positioning. That's the language that we're using in the marketplace. And number 4 is sales indicators. That's what drives us, like driving your car. It's the odometer. And number 5 is the sales team. These are the folks that are out there every single day bringing in the revenue. And we know how important that is every single day. Okay, let's do a quick overview for those folks that tune in every day. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. Again, do a check-in. Do me a favor. Go over to DM at Instagram. Just type, I'm here. Just go at I am Shay Brown. Just type, I'm here. That's like a little accountability for you and I. For all the new folks who are tuning in for the very first time, we want to welcome you. let me go ahead and re-emphasize what the mission, goals, and objectives are of the CEO Sales Huddle. Number one, it's a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. That's our number one objective, sell more faster. Number two, this is the big why. This is what I want you to really focus on. I want you to tune in, give me 30 seconds, and just look right here. And I want you to see this: sales growth, accountability, and consistency. So why do I tune in? Why do I go back and listen to the replay? Why do I spend 15 minutes of my day doing this? Sales growth, accountability, and consistency. This I know for sure. When you're in this conversation around sales, when you're in this conversation and the focus is there, you're more likely to see you improve. Some of you are going to have a hockey stick and go up right away, and then others are going to see that incremental growth. So it's about sales growth, accountability, and consistency. I can't say that enough. But how long are we here, Shay? 15 minutes. I'm only asking for 15 minutes. You tune in, 15 minutes. You get exactly what you need through the segments, and then you go on with the day. There are two meetings I believe that you would have every single day, no matter what's going on in the business. The first meeting is with the sales team. You're going to have a conversation about revenue. You're going to look at your CEO dashboard, which we're going to get to in a moment. And the second meeting is with a problem that's so big that it could destroy the whole company if you're not focused on it. We have one outcome. The number one outcome is $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. It's revenue coming in every single month that we know is going to be there as a result of our focus. What's your commitment? There is no barrier other than your commitment to show up for yourself and to show up for your business. So let's talk about the CEO sales dashboard. Let's talk about what that represents. Let's talk about what that looks like. There are 5 key indicators that we look at. And on today, which is the first, today, no matter when you watch this, in this present moment, I'm here, I'm live, it's the first, okay? And so we're going to look at these indicators a little differently than we have the last few days. And I want you to really hone in. Give me like 90 seconds here, but it's so important. Number one is leads. Open up your CEO sales dashboard. Take a look at it now. And over the last 31 days that we had, or last 30 days, how many leads came in? And if you didn't track it, I want you to do it going forward. We call it metrics review. What gets managed, what gets measured, gets managed. You get what you focus on, okay? So that's number one. Number two, take a look at the appointments. And I'm not going to say the importance of this, but I'm going to look at the last 30 days. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. It's not a beat me obsession. That's not what this is about. It's about going back and not just knowing your numbers. Okay, anybody can know their freaking numbers. I got a 7-year-old niece that can freaking know their numbers. This is about us understanding what they are as CEOs so we can have the focus. Remember what we talked about at the very beginning. If you can't focus on sales, you just can't be in business. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that. You can have a very expensive hobby. Your company may go bankrupt, but you got to focus on it. So appointments. How many appointments were set? If you didn't track it last month, you're going to make a decision that today you're going to track it. If you don't have the CEO dashboard, go over to ceosaleshuddle.com, ceosaleshuddle.com, and go ahead and register right now, and you'll get the CEO dashboard. Okay. Number 2, how many appointments were set? And then how many appointments were run? One of the things that we track that has worked very, very well for my clients over the years, this has not changed, is there's appointment setting, that's one skill set, and then there's appointment running, that's another skill set. So we're looking at how many people showed up for the appointments. And then third is what type of appointments that we have. Was it an appointment to move the sale forward? Was it an appointment to collaborate? Was it an appointment just to meet someone? Different conversation. Okay, but leads and appointments are the heart and soul of the organization, of the company, for your entire team. And I'm going to suggest your sales managers check it, your sales directors are taking a look at it, and you as a CEO, you look at it. And if you are the number one salesperson in your company, you are that individual, congratulations, then that's the number one number and the only number you need to focus on. And then there's offers. How many offers were made? Now, that's an offer for someone initially. Now, how many? Not how much money came in, not how many people bought, not how many people promised to buy. How many offers were made over the last 30 days? We're at the first of the month, arguably the most important time of the year. It's the right time to take a look at it. Okay, I want you to understand that. And then underneath that, how many deals were done? Like, how many closed deals did you have? I mean, go ahead and celebrate. If you had one, congratulations. If you had none, but you made offers, congratulations. If you had zero, but you made zero offers, congratulations. Maybe it was a month of working. That's okay. But we want to know how many deals were done. And then last, repeat business. Repeat business. How many of the deals that were done, of the revenue that came in, how many were repeat customers where they had bought something with you before? They had already been with you and your company before. I love the CEO Sales Dashboard. It's one of my favorite. You should show up every single day for just this one section alone, although you should show up for all of them. But I think this is the most important one, to be honest with you. The next one is celebrate wins. Over the last 30 days, look back just the last 30 days. What are you most proud of? Maybe you showed up for the CEO Sales Huddle consistently. You were here. Congratulations. Maybe you started with your CEO Sales Dashboard. Congratulations. What was your biggest accomplishment? I'm happy to be here with you. I've gained tremendous focus just being here. Number 3, what do you want to brag about? What are you going to brag about? What are you excited about? I'm excited about that we're doing this. And we're changing the world. This is making a difference. I love getting the DMs. For those folks that send me the DM, thank you so much. I know I don't mention names on here, but they're very appreciated. Thank you for showing up. For those that watched the replay, I got a message 2 days ago from someone who was watching, I think, the second or third episode, and it allowed them to refocus. They're not here every morning, and that's okay. But if you can go back and watch the replay or you listen to it on the podcast, you can go over to CEO Sales Huddle, download the podcast. This will work for you. Now, what roadblocks do we have? There's 31 days coming up. For some folks, or 30, there's some folks, they're looking at the holidays. They're looking at Thanksgiving. They're going to be away for 4 or 5 days. So what are some roadblocks that we know are coming up that we need to be keenly aware of? What's preventing you from taking action today to move the business forward? And then what's the one thing you can do? I think it's important. While we need to acknowledge our wins, absolutely, and we need to celebrate our wins, and we need to pat ourselves on the back, I'm not saying that we aren't believers, and I'm not saying that we don't have faith, and I'm not saying that we have a negative mindset, but we need to be aware if there's any roadblocks, right? If my website isn't working, do I need to get that fixed? If I don't have a database, do I need to get that updated? I mean, this is a very, very serious conversation that we have every single morning here at the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate every minute of your time. There are 5 sales pillars that we like to share, and I say this because I want you to know that every CEO needs to do 3 things. Yes, if you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. But more importantly, 5 pillars. We got to learn, earn, and return. Learn, earn, and return. With a strong focus on sales planning. That's what we're kind of doing right now. Sales cycles. That's very important. Sales positioning. Super duper important. And then sales indicators, and then sales team. Now, if you haven't got this and you didn't get these and you want the details, go over to CEO Sales Huddle. If you haven't already did that, make sure you opt in there. You'll get all of the details and be a part of the CEO Sales Huddle, because at the end of the day, this is where it all happens. This is where it all goes down. To me, this is the most important part that we can do every single day as CEOs doing what we're doing. Here's what I want to close with. It's the first of the month. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. It's like New Year's Day, by the way. It's like New Year's Day. And you might have got up this morning saying, wow, I'm coming to a whole New Year's Day. I'm super excited, Shay. But this is New Year's Day. And you get a fresh start. You get a do-over. Today, in fact, is your January 1st, one of our core mantras. Today is your January 1st. And I want you to embrace that. But I also want you to acknowledge that there's some changes that may have to take place. Now, if last month was right on, spot on, and you just got to keep the momentum going and put the pedal to the metal, congratulations. I know what it's like to be in that place. And if you're like me, last month was an okay month. It wasn't our best month of the year, but it was a darn solid rock month. This month, we're going to be even more closer and keep our eye on the indicators. We're going to take a look at some of the things we did. And just like Angry Birds, okay, over there at Rovio, we've got to make some adjustments, adapt some things. You might see us making some changes that we're doing here with the CEO Sales Huddle to bring you more value, to be able to do it in the 15 minutes that we promised that we would do it in. And then that what life is all about, keeping our word and keeping our promise, unless we go into CEO Sales Overtime. CEO Overtime. I love that. Anyway, with that being said, I want you to know that you're incredible. You're amazing. You showed up for the CEO Sales Huddle. Head on over. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done that, hit the like button. Play this message forward. Send me a DM. Let me know what you thought or what you want to hear. You're incredible. You're amazing. And I know for you, your best is still yet to come. I'll see you over at the CEO Sales Huddle. My name is Shay Brown. Peace. We're out of here. We did it in 15 minutes this time. We're going to be in overtime tomorrow. I'm going to tell you that now because I want to really break down how to have a great sales month. And we'll do that tomorrow. But we're out of here. Talk to you later. God bless. Bye-bye.